You already know. You know what needs to change. You know what feels off. You know what you've already outgrown. You know what you've been outgrowing, but you're still waiting. Waiting for agreement, waiting for confirmation, waiting for someone else to make it feel safe, make it feel right, make you feel safe. Some are even waiting for someone to tell them that it's the right thing to do, the wrong thing to do, whether they should stay or even whether they should go. And so right now, I'm talking to the women who are tired of pretending that she doesn't know, right? And the truth is, you don't need more clarity. You don't even need another sign, sis. What's likely happening is you've been waiting for permission. And so, y'all know how I like to share my experiences. But there was a season in my life when I knew some things weren't even aligned, right? How I knew? Because every time I stepped in it, it felt heavy. My body knew, my spirit knew, but instead of me acting, guess what I was doing? I was asking my girlfriends, do you think I'm overreacting? Am I being too sensitive? Should I wait? And every time I explained it out loud, I already knew the answer. It's like you feel it and you see, but you see that nobody else is reacting to what you feeling. They in the same environment. And so guess what? Now you convince yourself that you're the one that's overreacting. And then you silence what you know. And I learned that that's a cycle. It's like staying in a conversation that feels disrespectful, where they're being disrespectful, but nobody else is saying anything. But you're still going to stay there or stay in that conversation. And every time you do that, you teach yourself not to trust your own voice. Okay? The more you override it, the quieter it becomes. And when it gets quiet enough, you start calling it confusion. But really, it's not confusion. Guess what I learned? It's hesitation. And hesitation sounds like this. Let me see what they think. Maybe I should calm down. I'll decide that later. Maybe I'm the one that's overthinking. But really, later never builds that self-trust that we need. Later only reinforces the patterns, and patterns don't break themselves. I had to learn the hard truth. You break them. So for me, breaking the pattern didn't start with me having this bold move, right? It started with that awareness, a spiritual awakening that helped me to realize that this wasn't happening to me. I was actually participating in it, in my relationships, in my businesses, in the way that I even ignored my own intuition. And so it wasn't that I didn't see it. What happens is I was tolerating it. I kept tolerating it. And once I saw that, baby, I couldn't even unsee it, okay? That's when I was like, okay, growth is going to require some ownership. Ownership of my behavior, and it sounded like this. I know this isn't aligned, and it felt like staying in a relationship where I kept having to explain basic respect, even though my body already felt the disconnect, okay? And an area of outgrowing, right? I know that I'm outgrowing this, like staying in a job or taking on a role or staying comfortable with the old versions of me that I felt safe, but I knew that it was no longer true to me. And I decided that I wasn't going to keep tolerating it. Nope, absolutely not. Even if no one understood yet, even if I felt uncomfortable, even if it disappointed somebody, I was not going to keep tolerating. So let me ask you, where are you in your life waiting for someone else to give you their approval? That's a big question. And you don't need to be loud. You don't need more confidence. You just got to learn how to trust the voice that's inside of you enough to hear. Because guess what? You already know. So if I was you, I'd stop waiting for permission and start living your life to the full. And if this hit, comment, no more waiting. And so I am so grateful that you guys are here. And every day that you say later is going to keep you longer in that energy. But once you know better, you're going to do better. And so if you have not already done so, please go ahead and like the video so that it reaches others who are looking for this type of content, and for the sis that's still watching, I know that she's impactful because you are. So remember to go with peace, trust your intuition because it's guiding you, and stay in the light. Until the next video, bye.